Welcome back to What Happened in Spaceflight this week, where boosters land better than I land my sleep schedule. Honestly, Falcon 9 is more consistent than my sleeping pattern. This week we've got new rockets, test flights, mega constellations, and one of the biggest missions in recent history, humans heading back around the moon. Let's get into it. March 28th, Rocket Lab launched Daughter of the Stars from New Zealand. First of all, that name is elite. This mission carried 10 satellites, focused on positioning, navigation and timing. It's testing how low Earth orbit satellites can work together with systems like Galileo and other global networks. Basically building a layered system to make navigation more accurate, more reliable and harder to disrupt, so your GPS might finally stop lying to you. Rocket Lab once again just quietly doing its job. No drama, just clean launches. March 30th, we had the first test flight of CAS Space Kinetic 2 rocket, carrying 3 spacecraft including a prototype cargo vehicle for China's future space station. This is a big deal because it shows China is actively expanding its orbital infrastructure, not just satellites, logistical cargo systems and long-term operations. This is how you build a permanent presence in space. Also March 30th, Transporter 16, another Falcon 9 mission. This one is a ride share, meaning multiple small satellites sharing a single launch. Low cost, high efficiency, around $350,000, and you can get your payload into space, which honestly is a bargain in rocket terms. Also March 30th, Falcon 9 launched Starlink Group 10-44. At this point, Starlink launches feel like a background noise, but they are not. This is a rapidly growing global internet system in orbit. Thousands of satellites working together to provide fast internet almost anywhere on Earth. And once again, Falcon 9 launches, lands, it's just routine at this point. April 1st, Artemis 2. This is no joke guys, this is the big one. Artemis 2, NASA's mission to send humans back around the moon. 4 astronauts, 10 days, a free return trajectory around the moon and back to Earth. We've got Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Nock and Jeremy Hansen. Christina Nock becoming the first woman to go beyond low Earth orbit. Jeremy Hansen, the first non-American to do it. This is history. This is humanity taking the next step back into deep space. And honestly, it is incredible. But we need to talk about the stream, because how do we have one of the most important space missions in decades and somehow the camera work misses key moments? We're talking angles cut away at the wrong time, shots not lining up, missing the drama of the launch. This is a moon mission, not CCTV recording of a car park. You've got one shot to capture history, and it felt like we blinked and missed parts of it. Now don't get me wrong, the mission itself is phenomenal. Sending humans back around the moon after all these years, that's powerful, that's emotional, that's why we watch. But NASA, next time, let's get a better camera angle, yeah? April 2nd, Falcon 9 launched Starlink Group 10-58. More satellites, more coverage, more orbital traffic. At this point, space is getting crowded. April 3rd, Tianlong 3. China's Tianlong 3 first test flight. Now, first flights are always the moment where rockets decide if they're ready or not. It can go perfectly, or it can become a very expensive firework. And boy, it turned into a firework. Roughly 30 seconds into flight, there was an engine fire which led to the loss of the vehicle. Not much has been said, but that's China for you. Also, April 3rd, Soyuz launched Meridian M satellite, part of a communication network supporting high latitude regions. And yes, it's called 21L because why make naming simple? Launches coming up this week. April 4th, Atlas V launching Amazon Kuiper. Well, it's actually Leo. They renamed it. This constellation will include up to 3,000 satellites. And yes, it is a competitor to Starlink. Space internet wars are officially underway. Also April 4th, Soyuz 5, the first ever launch of this new rocket and its new systems. And it is also the first launch from this site since 2017. No pressure at all, guys. April 6th, Falcon 9 again, Starlink Group 17-35, because of course the week would not be complete without a Starlink launch. April 7th, STP-S29A mission, packed with experimental payloads including debris tracking, radiation sensors, military communications and space environment monitoring satellites. Basically a flying space lab. April 8th, Cygnus NG-24, a cargo mission to the ISS, carrying supplies, equipment and experiments, keeping the astronauts on board the ISS alive and productive. April 9th, SMILE mission. This is a joint mission between ESA and the Chinese, studying how solar wind interacts with Earth's magnetosphere using X-rays and UV imaging. This is a deep science satellite helping us to understand space weather and how it affects Earth. April 10th, Falcon 9, again of course, Starlink Group 17-21, because Falcon 9 does not believe in days off. And that's everything that happened in spaceflight this week. From historic moon missions to rockets still trying to figure things out. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe and stick around, because every week space gets a little bit more exciting and slightly more chaotic. I have been your host, the Gaming Astronaut, and I'll see you in the next one.